All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 953 on this beautiful, what is it? Wednesday evening. It is going to be free content Wednesday. It is going to be a good one tonight. We're going to be talking about the markets. Wow, that is a loud paper slam. Brandi's got notes. She's got a lot of notes. She's got a lot she's going to teach tonight. So tonight is going to be a learning episode. It's going to be a good one. A lot of the markets were in the talks, in the news, and the talks, and the talks and the news. However that's put together. English is apparently not my first language tonight. But I would like to say my name is Andy. I am the guy who can't get his words right, but you're not here for my verbiage. You're here for Brandi. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too could get a pass notice. And tonight it's going to be fun. We're going to learn a thing or two.
Yes.
We're going to learn a thing or two.
We're going to get educated.
Before we get on to that, hey, listen, guys, no matter what you're doing, as far as like who you're studying with, we hope that you're studying with us. Kona, we make it easier. It's easier to get the stuff down. It's easier to get the material down. It's easier to learn this stuff because we have a comprehensive way to do it. You know, I say that all the time, but here's the thing. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're not consistent with anything, then you're not going to make this happen. The main thing is you have to be consistent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have to be consistent. And recently we had a few people that are like, well, I just can't. Look at my schedule. And I say, well, you just can't because you just don't want to. There's a difference between can't and don't want to. If you were given an opportunity, let me ask you guys, look at this. If you are one of those people that has a scheduling problem, that you have so much stuff going on, you're so busy, you're doing all this stuff, right? If you have an opportunity to raise your level of income, let's say 20%. That's a lot. Let's say 20%. Some of y'all could use it, right? A 20% level, income increase. Oh, that's not crazy. I'm not saying anything crazy.
No, I think we all
20% ain't bad.
Yeah.
Right? We can get a couple more bills paid easily. We might be able to save some more money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all might face a 300% increase in your income by getting these licenses and the opportunity that it provides.
That's 3 times the amount.
That's 3 times the amount. That's 3 times the amount. So if you're bringing in $2,000 a month, let's just say, right? Mm-hmm. I hope none of you are all facing that right now, because especially in California, you probably have to have 2 jobs, right? 2,000 doesn't go very far, but let's just say it is. That's $6,000.
2 to 6. That's
ginormous.
It's a huge impact.
Let's say you're already making 6.
Mm-hmm.
What's 3 times 6?
18.
18. What do you got that's so busy in your life that you can't focus on something that could create that kind of opportunity? What is so busy in your life? What is so important in your life that you can't focus on that and have an opportunity to do that? You know what I'm saying? And I say this analogy all the time. If there was a closed door and it was locked and someone said, there's $1 million on the other side of that door, and all you got to do is get to the other side of that door, you get $1 million. I'll even make it even better. Let's say 50 million, because $1 million in California don't last long. And I know some of you all are not in California, but just telling you, $1 million doesn't last long in California.
Right.
Say 50 mil, other side of a door. A lot of you will overthink it. You'll go like, what kind of door is it? Is it a double lock? Is it a vault? Is it a steel door? Is it whatever? And then there's some of you are like, it doesn't matter what door it is. It doesn't matter if it's locked. I don't care if there's a person in front of it. Like, they better get out of my way because I'm going through that door.
I'll learn how to pick a safe.
Whatever I got to do, I will go through that door. That's one personality. And they will be persistent and consistent until they get through that door. There is no stopping that person. Their consistency and persistency are the 2 things that will help them achieve that goal. Then there's other people who don't even start. They doubt the whole thing altogether. It's all a scam. There's probably not $50 million. I'm not strong enough. I can't get through there. I'm not smart enough. Oh, the door's locked. I bet you the door's locked. They don't even try the doors. They just speculate, and they don't even do it. And then there's the third person who walks up, tries the door, goes, oh, it's locked. I guess it's not for me. Guys, that's what we're dealing with here. You got to be persistent and consistent, and you have to not give up before you even start. You have to get after this thing. It blows my mind that I have the most brilliant people on here and all they do is doubt. I don't know. English isn't my first language. And then I put pastors on here that don't even speak English. Well, that person's special. Why are they special? I mean, I like to think, we all like to think we're special, right? Why are they so much better than you? Why? Well, they're just smarter than me. That person failed 9 times before they got it.
Keep trying.
You haven't even tried once. You can't even put it together for a month. That person got knocked down 9 times and got back up and just went at it again. Warren Buffett said, we don't need to be smarter. We just need to be more disciplined. That's it. You just got to be more disciplined. And if you find time in your schedule, look, you guys all are like, well, no, seriously, I don't have time in there. I bet you do. I bet you sit on that toilet and you just doom scroll through your Instagram before you'll pick up a quiz. I bet you'll not look at your quizzes while you're sitting in a drive-through. I bet you won't even try a quiz while you're sitting there in line for waiting for your Whataburger or your In-N-Out, right? Or you're not going to, in the gym, in between reps, you're not going to sit there and just go do a quiz real quick. There's little pockets of time that winners find places. On your drive home, why aren't you listening to a video on the drive home? I had a truck driver, literally 56-year-old man who did not have English as his first language. And literally he passed the SIE, the 6 and the 63 and the 26, all by listening to the videos through his truck while he drove. Never sat there and ever watched a video because he had no time, because he literally worked 12-hour days, 14-hour days. He would remember what he would pick a video and play it all day long in his ears over and 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 over. You know why? Because he was sick and tired of what he was doing every day. So sick that he was willing to do anything it took to get that opportunity to get him out of that truck. Too many of you guys will complain more than you will actually do. You put way more effort in complaining and whining, and I hate to say it like this, complaining, whining, and finding ways not to do it than to just get your butt in there and just do it.
Justify why you.
Justify why you're not the one that can't do it. You're the one that isn't smart enough. You don't have the time. You don't have the discipline. Your mama wasn't born in July. Whatever it is. And I did just say that because that is about as ridiculous as all the excuses that I've ever heard. Yeah, someone told me an astrological sign was the reason why they're not good at learning. Well, talk about born under a bad moon. I don't care. If you want it, you'll do it. Do you know how a person stops scrubbing toilets for a living? They figure out a way to not scrub toilets for a living. They do whatever it takes. And some people are just comfortable doing that. And it is, look, I'm not mad at anybody. Normalcy is what all humans seek. They all seek comfort and normalcy. And to do these things and to study for this is not normal. It is not comfortable. It's going to stretch you. It's going to, you're going to have to get uncomfortable for a period of time. Not forever, for a period of time. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to be uncomfortable with it. We did. Normalcy and comfortableness is what humans seek because they feel like they're safe under those circumstances. Just like a person who gets scared gets under a blanket. It takes a different kind of person to go through out the door and then go face the fear. There's all kinds of different levels of difficulty, right? There's a difficultiness of living in fear, and there's a difficultiness of facing the fear. Which one do you want to be? Afraid, or do you want to go after it? There's a difficulty in being comfortable, and there's a difficulty in going out of your comfort zone. Everything has a cost. What cost are you willing to pay? And I haven't even brought up our paid program yet. I'm talking about the mental cost. I'm talking about your discipline, your activity, and what the true things that you can only control: your attitude and your activity. You don't like something, you're sick and tired of something, do something about it and change your attitude. And look how much different your life can be. People are like, times are hard. Do you know what I know? People make a lot of money in times that are hard. People make a lot of money when the times are tough. People make a lot of money when the times are easy. It don't matter. Time is time. Time is time. Do you know the difference is you haven't learned it yet. And are you willing to learn what it takes to be unaffected by any kind of time and just elevate yourself anyway? I can't guarantee what happens after you get these licenses, if you'll be, if you'll make 300% or whatever income increase. But I do know one thing: you have an opportunity. And for some of you, that's all you've been ever praying for. And that's all you've ever been asking for. Just give me an opportunity, God. Just give me an opportunity. Just watch what'll happen. Well, guess what? You got an opportunity. Now, what are you going to do about it? Sorry, guys. I had to get that off my chest. I had a couple people that were talking to me about this stuff, and I had to give some thought about it. And I really listen to you guys, and I don't lay into people or whatever about that. But I had to think about it. We had to think about it a little bit. I know it seems like I like to react very quickly, but I don't. A lot of times I like to think about it, and I thought about it, and I'm like, if you really want something, you just go figure out a way. It's an old cliche, but it's the truth. If you're really sick and tired, you'll do whatever it takes. And if you're not willing to do whatever it takes, do yourself a favor. Stop complaining. That's the choice you made. Be happy with it. You know what I'm saying? Because no one cares. No one cares. No one likes a complainer. I'm just letting you know. People sympathize with you, but you know what? You know what they say afterwards? Wow, they should do something about that. That's it. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it, Brandi. If you guys want to join in on a program that's just not only just content dumping, it's actually positive mental attitude, it's coaching, it is where we help you out with even exam mastery. It helps you out on all levels of doing this stuff. Guys, join in, scan the QR code. And someone hit me up and they're just like, I can't scan the QR code. Hit the link in the chat. Guys, the link in the chat will help you get there as well, or just text me at that 951-290-3077. I will gladly send you the link as well. You can do that. We got the SIE Academy underway. If you haven't signed up, don't worry, you're not too late. By Saturday, I will have a whole thing that goes out, a whole review, catch you up in about 4.5 hours. You'll be right on track to start content again on Tuesday, because you'll have, let's say you sign up on Friday, you'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You have like 3 days to get 4 hours of stuff and videos in. What did I just say? You'll do whatever it takes, right? And get caught up. And if you wanted that guided program, you'll be in it. Monday, it starts with the exam mastery. The content starts again on Tuesday. Guys, it's not too late. Or you could just stick to doing it on your own. Maybe you would like, you know what? This ain't so bad getting through this content. Do the 21-day plan. You could do it. It's for the 6, 63, 26, 65 series in the SIE. 65, we have a 30-day, 60-day program. Kona Academy is going on. Study guides, we have them for the SIE, the 6, 63, and some for the 26. We got the Kona community, the Discord. Join in. You guys can talk about my fiery message tonight, and you'd be like, dang, Andy was making me cry. No, I'm just kidding. You can vent over there. I don't care. But you can ask questions and help study. You could get replays, all that good stuff over there on the Discord. I know Brandi's going to be like, man, that was harsh.
No, you don't listen to my academies.
No, okay, good. No, I but anyways, we got all that going on. Scan the QR code, hit the links. We got a full schedule tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the academy. Like I said, we got the 65. We got small group tutoring for those that are scheduled and are registered. Make sure to register so that way Brandi and I know who's going on. It won't let you register now, so you've had to already registered already because you got to be in there about 24 hours at least. 24 hours, so that way we can use our time wisely. Because let me tell you guys, if you don't register, we fill the spot with somebody who needs help. So make sure to get on that and register if you are in that tier. All right, ready?
Yep.
All right, let's talk about them markets. Boy, the markets were I mean, every single place I turned on, like podcasts, I looked on the news, I looked at my apps and all this stuff, and you see it. And it was crazy. Some people are like, the market crashed. Markets are crashing. Oh, there's a massive sell-off. World global sell-off. This went down, blah, blah, blah. It was like on Monday, right? And everything was like, oh, the whole world's tanking. And then the next day, well, that night, Brandi was like, well, commodities look good. So that means it's going to be good tomorrow morning. Next day, Tuesday, everything was up and up. Wednesday, looked up and up. I don't know. I haven't looked today. It's all right.
It's kind of flat.
But the understanding of how the market works and how you're tested on it will help you out a lot and not feed into that panic. And so what do you got tonight?
And that's it, guys. Honestly, like the words up here, tanking, crash, recession, literally these are the words. The Dow is down 500 points, right? And that sounds like a lot, right? Dow is down 800 points. That sounds like a lot, right? Out of 40,000. Out of 40,000. 800 points out of 40,000. You guys see what I'm saying? It's all about the headlines. Everything was about the headlines. Everything, guys, you do not know how many messages I got from not only members, but from my clients, from my family, from my friends. What should I do? Nothing. Nothing. All right. Nothing was the answer. Guys, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but I want to say
nephew.
Yeah, the Dow Jones was down 1.67. The S&P was down, I think, 2.8 something. And then I think the NASDAQ was down another 2 point something, right? That's not a crash. That's not even correction territory. So what I wanted to talk about today is when you guys hear bull markets and bear markets and corrections and crashes and recessions and all this other stuff that these news people love to talk about. Let's put it in perspective, okay?
Michelle just put up a fact. I didn't fact check it, but it said during the Depression, it was down 90%. I'm taking her word on that. That's a legit stat.
Yeah, I have a stat for the Great Recession also. So guys, look, I took notes today because I wanted to be prepared. All right,
that
guys.
Again? Sound like a news person. All right.
That's right. All right, guys. So a bull market basically means that the prices are continuously growing.
Some would say we've been in a bull market since 2009.
Yes, we.
Some would say.
I will show you guys a graphic. It's actually pretty astounding when you guys watch it. Now, a bear market is when the prices are generally going down.
When you say prices, you're talking stock prices.
Stock prices, and usually, guys, they're measuring the major indexes: the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, the Russell 2000,
Moody,
the Wilshire 5000, and the MSCI EAFE.
Wow, and MOUSKA.
Right. But thing about the bear market, though, guys, it has to be down lower than 20%. Keep track of these numbers real quick.
MOUSE.
And it has to be prolonged. Well, it would be never mind. And it has to be prolonged. So it's not one day. Like one day does not put us into a bear market.
No.
Okay. Now,
do you know the way I look at it? Is I relate it to sports. If you lose like baseball, it's 162 games. If you lose like 4 games, does that put you into a tailspin? Like you're losing the whole season? Is that a losing season? No, not even close.
Well, let's think about it this way, right? Let's talk about baseball again, because that's a really long season, right? Let's say they win all their games. They sweep their series, right? And they do it again, 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 right? So now you're like a quarter of the way through the season, maybe even halfway through the season, right? The guys are tired, the guys are exhausted, and they lose a game. Does that mean we count them out? Does
No.
that mean they crashed? Maybe it could possibly mean that they went for a market correction. Guys, we can't maintain a constant up market. We can't.
Even winning streaks in like baseball, basketball, right? Like they go on streaks of like only 11 or 12 games, right? That's a long streak of winning. And then all of a sudden they'll lose like 3 to 4 games. And then they go back to winning again.
Right.
Right. But it had that little correction there.
Right. And guys, when we talk about market corrections, it's literally down like 10% for like a day or maybe a few days, right? And everything has to reset. Our bodies have to reset after exercise. Our minds have to reset after studying, right? So yeah, guys, if we're constantly going up, we're going to start outpricing humans. We're going to start outpricing our consumers if those prices keep on going up. So it has to correct, it has to shift, it has to reset. Okay. So a market correction is 10% or more. Guys, what were we down? 1.67, 2.87, 2 point something. Is that a correction?
Mm.
Dude, it's not even a correction. Okay. The other thing you guys heard that day was a global sell-off, right? You heard a global sell-off. Well, first of all, global sell-off during the US market trading day, which is from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay. So that means people were up late at night, I guess, in the European markets or whatever, right? So a sell-off is basically, guys, a rapid sell of a large amount of securities. And it's super dramatic, right? As we saw, right? It's super dramatic and it's usually very short term, a day or two. In fact, if you guys saw, we literally rebounded the next day. Today, we're a little bit flat because people are like, oh, wait, things haven't changed, right? The Federal Reserve Board, by the way, is meeting right now in Jackson Hole, right? So it's called Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're over there, right? Now, a market crash, I'm going to put it in red. A market crash is when we're down 20% or more. Again, never even came close on Monday. Never even came close. But if you read the headlines, if you saw the news with the red flashing, you would think we were crashing, right? Now, check this out. Only 5 market corrections have become bear markets since 1974. We got time. We got things. Now, we talked about the Great Recession, right? That was from 2007 to 2009. That was probably the longest recession we've had in modern history.
Right.
The markets were down. Are you guys ready? Hold on to your hats. A whopping 51% during that time. Okay. Down 51% during that time. Do you know how much it's rebounded since then? I like totally got my numbers. It's been up something like 117% since 2009.
Let me ask some people just, and I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not saying this is an investment advice. So I want to be very careful about that because we're not giving any investment advice. I'm just trying to plug in some common sense just based on what we see here on historical points here. Let's say you got panicky in 2000, 2007, 2009, and you pulled all your money out of the markets instead of putting money into the market. If you would have put money into the market and bought everything when it was on sale, how well do you think you would have done by now?
I'll tell you. If you put in $100 one time in January 2009, you reinvested your dividends.
One time. I only put $100 in once.
And you reinvested your dividends.
So I made a little money and I put it back in.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, exactly. You pay dividends, it goes back in. So it's buying a little bit more stock for you. Okay. And if you were to liquidate in December 2024, you would have $852.89. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but remember we only started with 100. If this was $1,000 we started with, that would be 8,000. If it was 100,000, that would be 800,000, almost $1 million. Our markets went up since that time 752.89%. If you would have left your money in there. Isn't that insane?
Like Warren Buffett said, it's not smarter, it's more discipline.
Yeah. Now, the last recession we were in lasted 33 days, which I don't even think you can call that technically a recession, because a recession is 2 straight quarters, which is 6 months, and 6 times 30 is way more than 33 days.
Yes.
Yes. We were down 36%. And that was due to, I don't know, this thing called a pandemic that literally shut down the world that month.
That was it?
That's it. 36% from February to March 2020. And that was because the world was shut down.
This is not opinionated stuff. This is actually what you guys are studying.
Yes.
These are actual things on how recessions are measured, how depressions are measured, how corrections are measured. This is how you are tested on. This is what happens in the real world and test world.
So I found this from First Trust Portfolios LP. Got to note my source, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this was just the best graphic I can find. This stuff has been confirmed from Investopedia. It was confirmed in Forbes. This information has been confirmed everywhere, but this was the best graphic. Everything in orange is when we were in a bear market, which means the market was down lower than 20%. Everything in the blue is a bull market. Look at this insane bull market we've been on since 2009. This right here, from this, what you're seeing, that big, huge thing, and those two little ones,
Mm-hmm.
guys, that's since 2009. That's since 2009. This is insane that we've been here, and we've only been down, what, 2%? The market's crashing. No, it's not. It's not. So, guys, you got to pay attention to who is saying what and why. The news outlets are going to report doom and gloom, right? The analysts are going to be out there reporting doom and gloom. You need to be the voice for your clients to say, whoa, 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 hold on. Are you planning on taking out of your account anytime in the near future? No, I'm only 33 and I'm not retiring until I'm 60. Look at the blue. Leave your money in here. Right.
And I'll do the house. You know, you bought a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
You buy a house,
Mm-hmm.
you buy it for a certain price, right?
Right.
Are you going to sell it right away? Or are you going to hold on to it till you have some equity, some value in it, and then you're going to put it onto the market, right?
Yeah.
So that way you can make more money off your house, right?
Right.
That's what we call equity, right? We've tried to build the equity in our assets and then we sell them off.
Mm-hmm.
Would it make sense to buy a house and all of a sudden the housing prices go way down, right? Or the interest rates go way up? Is that the time to sell your house right away? No, you hold on to it, fix it up, and you wait until when everything turns around. Interest rates go down, housing market turns around, the value of your house is at its all time, and then we sell it, right? Sell high, buy low.
Yep.
Pay attention and knowledge. This is what we're talking about. This is where knowledge is power, but it's not enough. You have to be able to apply this knowledge.
You have to tell your clients, this is the last thing I'm going to say. I tell people this all the time. Okay. Your biggest competitor is not another firm.
No.
Your biggest competitor is not the little small broker dealer down the street. Your biggest competitor is a bunch of fake people on TikTok and Instagram, not knowing what they're talking about, trying to convince the world, I don't know, that there's something bad looming.
No, they're trying to get people to watch them by reporting negativity. We are attracted to negativity like moths to a light.
Yes. It's exciting. It's fun.
We find something that's, a deep fake, or this is happening and you don't know. And we're like, oh, what do I don't know? What don't I know? Oh, the whole markets are crashing, right? Blah, blah, blah. You need to build a bunker in the backyard, right? all this stuff. We love it.
Yeah. Guys, your biggest competitor is social media. And basically needing to educate your clients that what somebody said in their garage doesn't necessarily ring true.
Right.
That's it. Look at the facts.
Right. Start getting into your books, get these licenses, get out there and
Protect.
help your community.
Yes.
Help your family. Don't let them take advice from a 60-year-old man probably sitting in his basement in his underwear on a computer trying to get views for his content on TikTok about how the market's crashing.
Or worse, a teenager.
Or yeah, it's some teenager doing the same thing.
Exactly. Exactly, Shelly. Look at the facts, not the trends.
Yeah. If it's already trending, it's already late. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. That's what we got tonight. We had some PMA, we had some study advice, we had some content. We did it all, but tomorrow we're back. We're going to be putting some quizzes back onto the Studying Brew tomorrow night. We're going to be doing some more techniques. We're going to add a little content to it. We're going to break them down just like Brandi likes to, more than breakdown dancing and break dancing in the Olympics. All right, Brandi is going not only pop and lock, she's going to break down those questions. But anyways, all right, everybody, same bad time, same bad channel, but stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friends' face. That's all I know. Keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you guys. Remember, keep it simple, keep it positive. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.